mean, you get there, you just gotta go around. I kind of like going through Belvedere with the lights up downtown.
Sure. Yeah, you just want to go by the dairy.
You know what? I do. Don't really want to. They'll probably have a line too. That always reminds me now, since we've been down to Florida, like the ice cream shops at night down there, you know?
Olive Garden plans to hike menu prices following a drop in sales last quarter.
So they're going to raise the prices.
Yeah, how's that going to help?
Don't sound too good to me.
That's stupid. All this crap construction back here. There's a lot of hate going this way.
Many commenters are unhappy about Olive Garden's decisions to raise prices, with some stating they will no longer eat there or that it will lead to further sales drops.
It will lead to
few
further
people,
sales drops.
This is Meta commenting on all the comments.
Yeah.
A few are
Meta
joking
AI.
about increasing prices, while one commenter had a more positive experience with price increase and visit. Somebody put, "We can't afford to eat out anymore. Dear Olive Garden, hold my cheese grater." I can't get it.
Yeah.
Somebody put, "Olive Garden is frozen and reheated. Not much in their kitchen anyway." Quote unquote.
That's probably true, because all their stuff tastes so much the same.
And then somebody put here, Olive Garden will continue to see a drop in customers too. They obviously have not been watching the fast food peeps. They are all trying to outdo each other with value meals in an attempt to bring people back. Money talks.
Yep.
I'll just grab a frozen lasagna at the grocery store. LOL, tastes better anyway.
Uh-oh.
And then somebody, "Well, there goes another restaurant setting for near future closing." That's a real good way to not bring customers in. Raise your prices? What genius thought that one up?
Yeah.
Or are the owners doing this to close the place?
Thing is though, what all does Olive Garden corporate own? I thought that they also own like Lone Star or Longhorn and Red Lobster.
No.
You know, last time or two we were at Longhorn, there wasn't hardly anybody there either.
Really? Yeah.
I've never been there.
Somebody put, "It's probably cheaper to fly to Rome for lunch than to eat at your local Olive Garden."
Oh my god. I don't know, was there stuff that expensive?
That's funny. That's actually pretty funny.
Well, they're raising the prices. I don't know. They're raising, Bye-bye, Olive Garden.
Yeah, but the only way he could get you out of that house is if he came back and he went ahead and started a divorce proceeding.
Which he could.
Right, but I don't
think there's
it doesn't
any other
sound
way.
like that's what he's wanting to do, or that's what he's ever wanted to do.
I don't know.
All
though
along.
Now. See, the girls are being a little different. I just got the sense of that's kind of what I was thinking. But then they were like, well, you have to apologize. If he forgives you, though, they told me, I'm thinking if he forgives me, because they're basically thinking of it as, well, she's not doing me any favors. I'm a horrible human for doing it in the first place. So they're not, it's not like, oh, gee, you.
So what would it look like though if you did
Extend it.
well, no, well, yeah, you could do that, but let me look at it from the other point of view. What if he says, if you apologize for doing that, and then he does say, oh, well, I forgive you, and then he doesn't escalate anything? How would that look?
If he does.
If I knew that, I would just keep it as is and let that happen. If I knew he would
Okay.
do that, I would disarm and. But if he's not, and you know why he's not? Because he's going to be paranoid of me now.
Well, but the girls, it sounded, I thought, like the girls thought, though, that if you apologize, he would forgive you.
That's what I thought, but it just.
But they're not saying, so they're not saying that?
Today. I don't know if something changed, and it's really odd because he normally comes in. It seems like he was getting them. He was meeting them. They were walking down to the high school to meet him, and he doesn't see them in a couple days. They've been hanging out with me, which is bizarre. And I'm like, that's just, you get the sense of like, something's not right.
Well,
Something's not
like
right.
maybe they were trying to find out what your next move was.
Or he told them, look, I'm not coming near there. I don't know. And I came up, I was upstairs, all of a sudden I heard his voice, and I about had a heart attack. She's got him on speakerphone up in the living room with
Oh,
me
my.
there, FaceTiming him.
Oh my.
With these, because he's got all these guitars that are getting delivered, I guess, that our living room's filling up with these guitar boxes. And she's like, no, show me that one. No, not that one. And I'm sitting there thinking, this can't be right. You can't do this. Like, you're not even supposed to communicate with me in any capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in the same room as me, but FaceTiming something. I thought, it made me very uncomfortable. And I thought, no way on earth am I going to, push it. And I just thought, he's not respecting that. He's not, that showed me his attitude a little bit as well. He's not worried or being respectful or, I just thought, that can't be right. That's probably illegal right there. You can't do that.
Well, there's nothing.
Whose
was
phone?
there something in there
It was
that?
Amanda's.
Okay.
He is allowed to contact her.
Okay. Ugh.
It just was the point of it. I'm just saying it made me
Yeah.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it just showed me he's not really, he's not being careful, that's for sure. 'Cause I could
Well, I
construe
guess
that any
he's.
way
I
want
guess
it.
he's looking at it as he's not contacting you. He's not
Right.
talking on your phone,
Because it's Amanda.
and it's Amanda, and he's trying
Yeah,
to keep his
probably.
business running. So, I'm going to assume that he probably asked his attorney if he was allowed to do
Maybe.
that.
I'd hope so.
Probably.
So, is there a way for you to talk to Jessica and see if Jessica can find out if that's something that Steve would agree
No,
with?
because he can't even give her, I can text him, he can't reply back to me. If I did that, I could get in trouble. He can't communicate, he is not to communicate with me through anyone, anything.
Oh, really? Not through anyone?
Like if I text him and say something, he can't even say answer okay.
Well, no, I get that, but I didn't know that he could, because that one guy that I helped with, he couldn't directly contact his ex, but she could talk. They could talk through me.
Huh, yeah,
So, like,
maybe that was
Jessica-
an exception that was made. Like if this
Okay.
were to go to a full order, we'd have to change. Like we have to have a way to communicate. They said
Oh yeah.
there's
Well,
apps.
and a lot of times it's the attorneys that want you to do that, and then they bill you for every nickel and dime when you do that. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just right back. I feel like I went back all over the place and now I'm questioning everything again. I had a little bit of peace. I thought I made the right decision. That just totally left me.
So it sounds like the girls were treating you. And now that you've changed it back, now you're more concerned with what Steve may do when he comes back.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
I hate-
Come back and like, come hit me. Mom's like, you're not gonna be safe. I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not the fear. I don't. He doesn't play that way. He'll get me some other way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which is the hardest to think of? The girls acting back like they did again, or him coming back, but the girls are in a better
They're gonna act like they might act that way anyway. If that makes any sense. I'm worried it won't matter at this point.
You're worried that what?
It won't matter.
Oh, it won't matter,
At this
okay.
point that the girls may act
And
the
then
same
at that
way.
point I dismissed it, and then I have no leverage. I have no help. I have no protection. I have nothing. I'm now worse off than I ever was. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm just really thinking negative. I don't know. My mind
Well,
is just really
okay,
messed up.
so if you kept the protection, the order protection, and which would pretty much say that you're going to be going through with a divorce, okay? So what protection or what because everybody keeps telling you have leverage if you have that protection order. What true leverage is it that you would get?
That's a good question. Nobody was ever really specific.
Because you're not going to get custody of the kids with it.
Right. See, that's
So
the thing.
you're not going to get
Well, I
any,
could,
and
if I
you.
could stay in the house longer.
Okay, but if the girls disown you, then so what, right?
Yep.
So really, if you have the order of protection, it's not really giving you anything extra except for the fact he can't talk to you and can't deal with you.
It gives me a chance of staying in the house longer, and the fact that they go to school, and Jessica's going to be heading back to college. She goes back in August, and then Amanda, her school, it's right down the street. I can't see her. I mean, that's the thing. I would find it hard to believe she wouldn't want to be here for school and everything. But according to her, she wouldn't. I don't know. That's just something I don't know how that would go.
Okay.
And so part of me thinks if I could just stay here for a little bit, for that amount of time.
I mean, if you could,
I don't know.
if you decide to try and keep that order of protection, I mean, I'm sure there's women that file stuff like that and they feel confused, and then you could just say that you felt confused, but you realize if you go that route, I bet you could probably get it to stick.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have the option at this point. I don't want to. I just want it to be done. But I don't trust him, and if it's gonna be, I'm gonna be enemy. I'm gonna be. If I committed adultery again, that's how serious he's taking this. The girl, and when you heard that's me too.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah, I know. That's what
And that's
Pastor
awful.
Pete said, and he should have never said that.
No, and it's not, and that's awful.
He used the words the same level, and he said, when I brought up Balaam, I'm like, but he's turned the girls against me. Well, this is more alienating to the girls than anything he's ever done.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
Disagree.
I sat there and went, and even then, I listened to him and dismissed it, because I really didn't do it. My son told me, don't listen to those, just don't, that doesn't really change why I'm doing it, but I couldn't really, it really just bothered me, those words, and I think God doesn't, pastors aren't like, there's no, we're not Catholics where they're like above us or anything, but they are. I don't want to ever be accused of saying something about a man like that isn't, and he's a very good person, but that's wrong. That's wrong.
No, yeah, I would agree. He had no business saying that.
And he really meant it, and I just remember, I didn't know what to say. I was sitting there like, you gotta be kidding me, this is not the same as that.
What verse?
He did all these things, he should have done these things to begin with. But that's what he told me, and he was not on my side, and it was very clear when he thought I should put the money back, I needed to ask him for forgiveness. And I'm just sitting there going, I give up. And I walked over there and did it and filed it. Not really I did it of my own free will. But that didn't help it. That
Right.
It's like that all went out the window.
Yeah, it's, you know what, and unfortunately you don't have the foresight to know how Steve's going to take it. I mean, he might actually listen to what Pastor Pete's saying and think that he's completely validated to however he wants to treat you from here on out.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something that is a possibility. You know, he might say, yeah, even the pastor said you're wrong. So, you know, I mean, he could easily say that. So, in some way, yeah, that order of protection will buy you some time. But I think then inevitably, the divorce proceeding will happen much quicker. Because if he's out of that house, he's going to probably get his attorney to say, you know what, we're not going to be able to do this anymore. So.
Yeah, right. You're right. That's stuff I need to hear. I'm sorry. I must sound like such a. I'm like.
No, Heidi, but Heidi.
Yesterday, Jessica was so kind. I think she went with me to take me into her volleyball, and she went with me to like the Save Our Vet store, and she was just opening up to me. She sat in the car and like talked to me for an hour about her friends, and it was the weirdest thing. And I remember thinking, like, I felt so good. It gave me a high. Almost like it was the first time I didn't feel stressed, and it just meant the world to me. And I remember thinking, you know what? I think I made the right choice. And then today I woke up, and it was like, I don't know what came over me. I did something. I don't know if it's a good voice or a bad voice, but something was just saying, Heidi, you need to really think this through. Or you're in a honeymoon phase, or you're in not the honeymoon phase. What's the word I'm looking for? This isn't real. Do you really think Jessica's gonna have big that?
Well, but hold on a minute. So did Jessica and them act totally different to you today?
It's just something. I've been out on the patio talking to people, you know, and I mean, it does look suspicious. I mean, I've just been out here. I had to make so many calls today, and I think I don't know, I think Steve's been, Steve and I both been probably on the phone getting so much information and meeting with attorneys and stuff. So I get the vibe that maybe Steve has changed his strategy a little.
Okay, but how have the girls treated you today?
Tolerated me.
So not as nice as not as good as it was yesterday?
I literally just took them to a movie, which if you understood how that they would never, I mean, they never, I randomly said, you know, just thinking, why not, like,
Today.
out here, just away from, you know, this, like, hard on them, you want to go to a movie, and they never in their lives had said yes, and they said, well, what movie, and I'm like, so you find one, we can go. So they said Planet of the Apes or something. And so we just went and watched it. And on the way there, we were talking about some of this stuff. And it's hard to explain. There was just this, I could just tell they were different. They were like, well, you have to apologize, he has to forgive you. And you have to be sorry enough that he forgives you, is what they said. And they said,
You don't know. Do you think that that's something that Steve has told them? So that's why they're saying that to you, that maybe, you know, like, you know, Dad will forgive you, but you have to be really sorry.
Maybe. And they were just a little different. But yet they weren't with me, which is so out of character. I can't explain to you how.
Well, I get it, but so he.
Maybe he wanted me on. It was just odd.
But Heidi, maybe what that is the girls do see that spending time with you, they would actually miss it, and then by you having dropped or at least gone through the initial part to dismiss that, they don't see you as an adversary towards their dad, and maybe that's why they kind of dropped their attitude and everything. But it almost sounds like that Steve has actually put that in their head to say, you know what, if she's truly sorry, I will forgive her of this.
Well, yeah, how do you know if it's an act or if it's real?
Right. Well, no, I get that, but that's, you know what, and that unfortunately is a leap of faith. on your part on that, and you don't know what will happen. And maybe there's always the outside chance that this woke him up a little bit. I mean, that's what I would.
I mean, I was looking up marriage retreats. Seriously, there's this retreat you can go to that's in like the Ozarks.
And you were going to suggest that when he came back?
I just was looking up for ways of thinking maybe we can. I don't know.
Well, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I do too.
And they're expensive. They're really expensive.
Yeah.
I think I might. You know what? Just think about it. The girls are in there. I think I need to go in there, like looking for me.
Okay.
Maybe I'll call you tomorrow. Just toss it around.
Anytime.
Sorry about it. And if, I know you guys are busy, but if you,
It's hard.
maybe I'll call you back tomorrow. And
Absolutely.
if you can, any help, or maybe just think of it at an angle I'm not thinking of it as, anything else.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Hang in
I'll
there,
call you
Heidi.
tomorrow.
All
Okay.
right.
Yep, we love you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
But are the girls being nice to her because they want to be nice to her, or because
I think.
they're trying to get their dad out of?
You know what I think? Yeah, but by her dismissing it, he's going to get out of the pickle, most likely. Here's the thing: I'm almost thinking that this is a personal opinion, so there's nothing to back it up. But I'm wondering if he actually maybe sees a little bit of error of his way, but because he's prideful and she's prideful, he's of the, you know what? I'll forgive her, but she's got to really be sorry for what she's done.
I don't know. How would he see the error of his way being taken out of his house? I mean, I'm
don't
playing
know.
the devil's advocate.
Well,
So why? What?
Because I don't know. We don't know. That's the whole thing.
I mean,
We
wouldn't
don't.
it be a shame if the girls are tricking her? Wouldn't that just be nasty? If the girls are tricking her?
Yeah, it would be. It would be. It would be.
The thing comes up Monday,
Yeah, I know.
so that would be the thing to do all week.
Yeah, it
Is to
would.
be nice to mom.
Yep.
Why would Amanda tell her she's the worst mother ever, and now they're going to police with her?
Yep.
I don't know. Trust me.
Well-
What I said, I told her. You heard me. How do you know if you can trust him or not? I don't know. And that's something I'm not there enough, and I wouldn't know. And I would think that if you would drop something, the judges, they're going to take a pretty good look at that. You may get another chance because they figure you could get cold feet or scared, and I get that. But if she asks for a continuance?
Yeah.
How much longer does Steve then have to sit out of the house?
I'm going to guess maybe a week or two.
He won't like that.
No, he
And
won't.
the girls won't either.
No, they'll be a little upset
Yeah.
about that.
And so then she will never know. She'll never know if they're acting or not, because if they make him stay, the girls will just get pissed at her that you could have already changed and done this. This is a pickle. I have no idea.
Well, but you asked her which is it that you like best, and she made it sound like having the girls be nice to her. Well, then I don't know why you would go back and have it continue.
I don't either.
To do it. Oh, I do understand what she's saying.
What she's
saying is she's scared that if she drops it and then Steve eventually comes back, that he is just going to come after her.
Well, everyth's a chance. If she drops
Exactly.
it, that's
Everything
a chance
is
he
a
can come
chance.
back to her. If she doesn't drop it, there's a
And
chance.
there's still a
that the
chance
girls-
he's going to
the girls
divorce,
will
even
just-
if she does or doesn't drop it. He may start divorce proceedings. Although I don't think he will. I honestly don't think he will. I think maybe what he was doing at this point is he's probably like, you know what? She's made it known. She does not want to be married to me. Well, then I'm going to make it so hard on her then that she's going to have to be the one that's going to file for divorce. Now, I could see him doing that.
That's just a mess.
Yeah.
Why isn't she pleading the kid?
Well, she can't right now because she
But
can't
why
divorce.
has she not?
Well, I don't know. But you see right now how wishy-washy she is. Back and forth, she can't make a decision. And And your mom's making her,
Second guess.
well, and she's making her,
Well, you know she's
is trying to make her decision for
Oh,
her.
okay.
And then when she calls us, we don't say, well, nope, you should be keeping it together no matter what. We ask her, what is it that you want? Well, then what is going to be the best way to facilitate what you want?
How did she find out about a continuance if Mom didn't tell her that? 'Cause Mom's the one that told me yesterday.
Yep.
No,
Because,
it
well,
wasn't
she did
Sidra.
say she was on the phone today talking to a lot of people. But your mom probably gave her the numbers. That's why your mom hasn't called you, because she's been doing all the calling for Heidi.
Heidi has to do what is going to work best for Heidi.
Yep.
It's past, almost like, I feel like saying it's past that point because either of your options suck now big time.
Yeah. And they do. They do suck. They absolutely do.
It sounds like it's worse for her without the girls. But then when she reneges on that, then she's like, well, I just can't imagine him coming back here and what he might do or this or that.
Well, and that's
you
true.
decided
He might.
that could happen when you went to do this because this was
I know,
worse when
I know, but
you had it the other way.
you already thought that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
It's almost like she forgot
It's
what she
hard.
thought.
It's terrible. It's like she needs Steve to be able to talk to, but yet she can't talk to him. And I don't think it was a big deal that he called on Amanda's phone if he was trying to look for something that he said he needed for his business. I don't know, but
No, 'cause that's how he's making all of his money.
And if Heidi is right, then yeah, that's awful. So
I think as long as he's not mentioning her name or anything else, like that, there's something really they can say.
he apparently had a bunch of stuff delivered there and things that he needs to be working on and doing. So
Yeah.
I mean, how do they find it? Know what to bring him? I wouldn't know, would you? Without opening up stuff and looking. I just don't know. It's a mess.
Yep.
But see, if the girls are playing her, that's disgusting. But if they are, and it's enough that Heidi feels better that at least the girls are okay, why would she go and continue to hold him there if the girls are going to continue to treat her this way? But then she's like, well, today was just different. Something today was different. Why would something change today with the girls?
It almost sounded like she felt like something. That's what I was trying to get. Well, what did they actually do? And she's like, well, it just felt different this morning.
They went to a
You
movie.
can't go by a feeling.
They went to
Right. It doesn't make any sense, Heidi.
And she even feels that if she's in the house, Jessica will go and stay there and go to school.
Some garage sales out here.
I don't know. I don't know that he's able to kick her out. He would just have to put the house up for sale and they'd all have to leave. Wouldn't they? I mean, he can't just kick her out.
No. They wouldn't be able to just kick her out. Then they would go to court, and they would be in and out of court all
And
the
what is she
time.
talking about if she continues to keep this order of protection and Amanda goes back to school? That's not till August. So how did he keep Steve out of the house all that time? We have July, no month coming up.
Well, I guess though, if it ever gets permanent, if she holds on to that and it goes, and if she gets permanent
The girls will
restraining
have a
order,
fit. They can't do anything together. Nothing.
they will drop her completely, and then I don't think they would. I mean, eventually they would talk to her, but it could possibly be months or years.
That's why I'm not telling her what to do concretely. She's gonna have to decide what
She's got to decide what it is she wants to do,
what she
and then
wants
you
to
got to.
do.
And then here's the thing, Heidi, you got to decide which way you want to go, and then you got to go into it. So if you're going to say I'm getting a restraining order, you might as well go ahead and get yourself a divorce attorney and get that ready to go too.
Yeah, technically you filed first by doing it. Yes, you have to.
Or you drop it and then you come back and it's going to sound awful, but you're going to have to kind of bite the bullet and be kind of grovel.
Yeah, in order to keep your life a certain way for a certain time.
I don't see how you can be any other way.
And then if he files for divorce, you protest it. Then you don't want it, you fight it. Fight the divorce.
I don't don't know how that works.
Can she do that?
I think one person can go ahead. I don't know. You know, if one don't want it, man, I don't know how that works.
But if she drops this, that could be a sign she doesn't want it, of course.
Correct.
So then if he files, she could say, I mean, maybe she could do something that says, hey, I dropped it.
Well, she could drag it out. She could get an attorney that would drag it out. That's for sure. All that's going to do is eat up all the money that they would end up getting out of the house, because I mean, the attorney will drag it out for a long, long time, unless Steve enters a no contest. And then if he enters something like a no contest, he almost has to give her whatever she wants.
This would have been so much better to do when Jessica was at school.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would have never in a million years thought to do something right now when Jessica's home.
Yep.
That would be the worst time, is when Jessica's home. Because she influences Amanda and she can drive and take her.
Yep.
I don't know. They already said that, just like when we were going to come down there, that they're not, you know, whoever's on her side, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Sunset's
Now-
really nice.
You can hear it. She think, huh?
Sunset's really
Isn't
nice.
it pretty? She's thinking he's gonna come home and it's just gonna be even worse than it was. So
But see, that's because your mom's been talking to her.
that's what I think. And she didn't sound like that when, you know.
I know. It's like, did your mom scare her now?
Well, that's the way Mom talked on the phone when she talked to me. Like he's gonna come back and he's gonna get. She's encouraging her to keep that. She wanted her encouraged to keep that order of protection, and that's what she's doing. She's the big old matriarch, so when she screws her daughter's life up. I mean, I think the next time that she calls, if she calls tomorrow, I think, unless you disagree with me and you need to think about this and pray about this, we only talk from a biblical perspective. I mean, what our opinions and our thoughts, one, we're not down there, we don't even really know. And I don't know what to say, Jim. I really don't. I mean, in fact, if you really think about it, if she's going to stay married to him, he comes before the girls. And in life, he comes before the girls.
Yep.
So if you're going to go by God's way and you want to try and restore or at least function, you have to put him above the girls. I think that if he's above the girls, then the girls will come around. That they don't see her treating him any certain way. And they've already said, if you're against him, we're not with you. So if he comes back and she's still against him, they're just going to act the same way.
Yep.
I mean, that's point blank what Jessica
And I think if she stays with that protection order, they will, at least
Oh,
in the
yeah.
short term, they will disown her.
Yes, they will.
And then if your mom's the one, which I'm sure she's the one that's pushing this, well, she'll totally alienate Heidi.
I'm not doing this because I already told Mom. I said, Heidi has to decide these things. But Mom says, well, I'm tough enough to do it. That's what she says.
Yeah,
If it's
but
best for
you're not helping Heidi.
If it's best for Heidi, then I'm able to step up to the plate.
But you don't know it's best for Heidi.
Mom can kiss my rear end. I'm not stepping up to any plate that Heidi can take her life or do something because we tell her what she needs to do, and the worst thing that can happen is she loses the girls.
Yep.
No, it's not going to be on my hands.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
So if she feels like her shoulders, I've been in the woods, I've been through all kinds of stuff. So if I have to do it,
well, your ass should have been over there 3 years ago if you could have talked like that.
Exactly. I mean, she wasn't like yelling or anything like that, but she was just, you know, like
Down to,
like
down,
that.
yeah,
Yep.
just
Yep.
point of fact.
Well, so you know what? Don't try and pin it and put it on me.
And then you know what? She keeps calling and saying Heidi and saying drive?
I don't know. I don't know why she'd want to be by herself in St. Louis with Mom.
Oh, she wouldn't. You didn't trust me, she wouldn't.
I think I'd rather have Steve upset, bad, awful, and I think Heidi should just work and stay out of the house as much as she can and be there to take and go and do things with the girls, cook,
Yep.
clean, do the stuff that she needs to do, and find a hobby, join a Bible study, go to church if she can't go with him, which she should try if he's going to try and work on stuff. That would include definitely bringing her to church, at least at first. But I think that she really needs to get involved in some things in church. I think she needs to get involved with another church and get some counselors, somebody there. I think she needs to possibly get her own psychologist through something. And I don't know. But I'm not there. I don't know how bad it could be with Steve. But Heidi sounds really unreasonable and weird sometimes too.
Yes, she does. And even tonight, like, what? I'm supposed to.
I know.
Well, then.
Jessica told her, to apologize.
Yep. Well, we go up to that Freddy's custard up there.
Why? We just had Culver's.
Oh, then you don't need any, Daniel.
Laura put all the kids were intrigued with that card. She says, I love it even more than they were at a thrift store. Love you too. Laura and I are kind of like that with things. See, Mom
Yeah,
would
you
think
guys
I'm
are.
nuts. Mom would be like,
Yeah.
rescue chimpanzees.
What is that, Daniel?
I don't know what
Is that
that.
Lamborghini?
I think
It's
so.
a
Yeah,
Jeep,
that's a Lamborghini. Yep.
Do we race?
Yeah, right.
Lamborghini. And
My GPA 15. Does that mean they're real smart or something? Or
Oh, yeah. Grade point average.
yeah.
Or what is that? That's on. I'm not sure what
isn't that like
means.
perfect?
No. I'm not sure. Young guy or older guy?
It's a younger guy.
Really? I thought he was maybe like he's in his
Like-
early 30s.
It's a younger.
for having a
I think so.
Lamborghini. It's probably what, a $200,000 car?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Wow. Wow.
I've seen like people on like the YouTube and stuff. They go out and then like they go into like their Lamborghini or something, and then like the woman's like, "Oh, I have a girlfriend and or like a boyfriend and this and this," and then like all of a sudden he goes into his own Lamborghini and then she changes her mind. Like goes
It's
after
like
him.
gold diggers.
Yeah. It's like stupid.
Yep.
It's like you're in it for the money.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, and then the guys turn around. Nope, don't want you.
Yep, exactly.
All right, we'll head on back home. We'll go down North Second, down to just like we did last night down to Broadway. How's that? Sound fine?
That's fine. This sunset looks really nice. There's the Goodwill down there.
You go tell them we're on California time and we want in.
Well, that one chiropractor back there said walk-ins are welcome. So I was going to go there and walk in.
Okay, we go get a massage while I go over here and tell them.
Yeah, but he's probably
turn the lights
closed.
on.
Well, yeah, but he says walk-ins are welcome. So I'll just break in and then walk in.
Oh my goodness.
So when the cops show up and say, well, it says walk-ins welcome.
Yeah, but I don't think that's
Cop
how.
over here.
That's not how it works.
Oh, they were honking beat the buses.
Yeah, RMTD. They have a Dairy Depot up here too.
Yeah, it's only open like during the spring or summer, I think.
Oh, it's summer day. Did you not know that?
I knew that.
Where's it at? Dairy Depot?
Dairy Depot.
How would the guy from King and Queen say that? Dairy
Dairy Depot. Dairy Depot.
Dairy Depot. It's a beautiful evening.
Yep.
I felt bad. I missed all of the Belvedere because I was trying to listen and talk to her, and I just didn't.
It really wasn't that dark yet either in there, so it really didn't miss it.
Well, it just felt good though. Still, you know.
It did, didn't it?
Now we can too. Yeah. Larry's Barber College. Go learn to do hair, Jim. You can do bald now.
Yep.
What is City Trends?
We have that over by the CV or the CVS used
What
to
is
be.
it?
Is it clothes and?
Yeah,
or
it's
just
like
clothes?
clothes.
It's kind of like an orange cream shake. Is that Wendy's? Like a cream
No, it's Arby's.
creamsicle?
That's Arby's.
Really?
Yeah. It's a seasonal thing.
Yeah, just spring and summer only, huh?
Yep.
Family Dollar. I've been there forever. Is that what went in the video place down by East High School? where we-
Yeah, Dollar General, yeah.
So there's Dollar. That's Dollar General now.
Yeah. Trying to compete with Family Dollar. But Family Dollar isn't really that great anyway.
Where's Family Dollar?
Down further on
It's
Charles Street.
next to O'Reilly's. It's like over by
Oh,
O'Reilly's.
Okay, now I know. What's the one up at the Alpine Village by our neighborhood by the old CVS?
That's Dollar General.
Dollar General.
That's Dollar General. What's the difference much between Dollar General and Family Dollar? Is there really much any difference?
I don't really see any difference. Some snacks you can get cheaper at both places. but it's like their brand. There's Park Lanes. That's where we have the Rock House Kids Club. I guess B&B Park Bowl isn't here anymore.
What's that?
B&B. That's like a small, it's like West Virginia size center. Papa John's pizza is terrible. I do like their garlic sauce.
Garlic sauce, like for breadsticks?
Yeah, other than that, they suck. These are not very good.
Oh, it's a railroad track. Is that what his splashers are?
Yeah, it's by law. The bus has to stop. Or at least slow down.
I could probably take a snowplow off in front of this truck. I don't think we're getting any snow anytime soon.
What car you still have it on?
It's not good. It makes your engine overheat. It blocks the air going into your radiator.
Oh boy.
No, that sucks for him. Let him deal with it.
It has to use a little more gas too, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The cushion would get
Yep.
something and the
Yep.
weight.
Yep. And it's harder on your front end parts. The extra weight.
See those people twirling lights down there?
Maybe they're like glow sticks.
Yeah, it might be. Doesn't feel like it's 9:20.
Still though, and look what you still
Yeah.
see a little bit of the.
Sunset looks really nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Y members free at outdoor pools. I didn't know the Y had an outdoor pool.
I don't think that they have an outdoor pool, but I think because if you're a member at the Y, you can go to any of the outdoor parks that's through the park district that has a
For
pool
free.
For free. So where would that be?
Sand Park and Alpine Park.
So I need you to show them your card. Get in.
No, we do. We have a membership.
Huh?
We have a membership.
Yep.
Why you want to go to the outdoor pool?
If it's like really, really hot, and I'm like,
Well, your dad should go then. Your dad will go.
I
Yeah, the water will turn blue. You saw what happened in Grown Ups.
Just standing out.
There is.
Right there.
I don't see it.
Right there. Behind you. Way
I see it.
behind.
I see it.
Are the doors locked?
They are now.
They should have been in the first place coming down through here.
Oh, they automatically lock when they have the.
9 miles an hour.
Is that what it said at?
Yeah, it's at like 9 miles an hour. And it's automatically.
Anytime I've ever come through here, there's somebody on the corner. And always. Anytime we've come through at night, there's always. Usually it's a woman or there's somebody else. So. Right, tobacco, alcohol, condoms, bread, and milk.
Condoms. That's sad.
Yes, sad.
Even the condoms are all in a case at Walmart. I'd feel really embarrassed.
We shouldn't feel embarrassed, but they're having to do that because.
So what's going on down here now?
I don't know, but be careful. They're backing up. What the heck? You can't just do that. Oh my.
They just did it, Sharon. Must be a club around here.
Blacked out windows, can't see.
Well, everything around here is blacked out, so I'm
There's a
telling
lot of
you.
black people right here. I don't know if they're all doing.
Uh-huh.
They're just looking the streets, right in the middle of the street with their flashers on. What about people that live down there? I mean, if she moves her body, you could fit through there, but she's still not over like she should be. If she's gonna, shouldn't do that anyway in the middle of the street. But the government is starting to show us that rules don't apply.
Arnie's Midtown Pub.
It looks decent. I mean, I wouldn't want to go, but it looks decent enough. It doesn't look dirty or yucky. At least it looks like it's well kept. This place over here, you can't even see in the windows.
What do you want to see in there?
So it's hard to tell what goes on in there if you can't even look in.
Probably like a whorehouse or something.
I would doubt
It's a
that.
rundown bar is all it is. I mean,
Probably just slot machines and games and cheap beer.
Cheap beer.
There's a fire station.
Is the ring of fire? Great, now you have to sing the Ring of Fire Saturday.
no, it's in close. Be their neighbor. It's real dark down here.
Wonder why.
It's almost like
Well,
there's lights there. Why ain't they on?
Here they're out.
They forgot to pay their bill. There's no lights down here.
up above some of these
Mm-hmm.
businesses that are trying to probably come back home.
Lights. Weird.
That is weird.
Do you think it cuts down on people coming out, or are
I don't know. Who was that? Was that a cop just sitting there? Yeah, I think it was.
maybe they're looking for someone? But why wouldn't he have lights? Maybe that's why he's down here. There's lights around. He's here. They're working. That's the police department. I would say that's helpful having it down here.
You can smell the weed.
Yep.
They're touching grass.
Where does that come from? That it's so strong.
Somebody passes. There's always a chance somebody did hit a skunk. I was wondering why they called it skunk weed. Now I know. Can't tell the difference. Is it weed or is it your mouth? I mean, you.
What's the one by our house? That's Dollar General.
Yeah.